In this video, I'm going to be seeing how much money you can make by going door to door and trying to sell window cleaning services to people. Let's start.
Hello?
Hey, can I clean your windows?
Yeah. That's what I do.
That's right, and instead of just knocking on windows myself and seeing what I can do, I'm here with one of the leading experts on window cleaning, Elias.
Yeah, we run a business called Window Wizards. Works pretty well, I think.
And how much is the most you've made in a single week from doing this?
We made just about $8,000 in a week.
$8,000 in a week from just scrubbing. So I'm going to be going door to door and just talking to strangers, trying to get them to give me money. What's your biggest piece of advice for me to be able to do this?
I think one of the most important things is really showing homeowners like the pain point. So I love to just like drag my finger across their windows, really show that difference of the pollen. I think it'll be good for you. See if Bennett's cut up for door-to-door sales today.
Let's see if I can do it. Boom. All right, so Elias is gonna be doing the first one of the day. I'm gonna watch and see how he does, and then I'll be able to take some notes. So let's see if he gets rejected or if he actually makes the sale.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Do you have a free minute? It's gonna take 30 seconds. So we're just actually in the neighborhood. We did Nancy's house, and then we also did a house just on Glenwyn. The reason we're in today is we're doing exterior window cleaning, so like all this nasty pollen. Okay, so the guy just agreed to let us give him a quick price. That means he's pretty interested. So we're just gonna count up the windows. From there, we'll be able to determine a better price for him, as well as kind of the discount we can provide. So there's just under 50 windows. It's like 46. So typically, house like this, it would be $449, but because we're in the area, so we have our transportation fee. If you follow the hand, it'd be all the way down to $349 for you today, and we can get that all cleaned up.
All right, break that down for me.
So it went very well. You know, sometimes it's a little bit harder when they're like holding a kid or there's dogs at the door. But I think because we had so much social proof of doing 2 other jobs in the neighborhood, that really did it for him, as well as the fact that I told him I was going to give him a great price. So it was our first knock of the day. We got it. So we're 1 for 1. You never can complain about that. So now we have a job lined up for tomorrow, which is awesome.
After seeing Elias get this much success this early, I figured this would be easy. So I decided to knock on some doors.
Oh my God. What? Oh God. I just went to 2 houses and I got back-to-back rejections. The first thing I'm learning is that rejection is part of the game. The second thing I'm learning is that you have to come up with something that's easy for them to say yes to. So the mistake that I made is I would say, oh yeah, you know, we're doing window cleaning if that's something you'd be interested in. Who the fuck is gonna say yes to that? But what would be a lot easier for them to say yes to is, hey, we're in the neighborhood, we can have a big discount since we're already here and take off the transportation fee. I'll just go around and get you a quick quote. That's a really easy thing to say yes to, and once we get the first yes, it'll be much easier to get the second yes and actually get the commit. So I'm gonna try that on my next approach. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. That's the reality of the game. Sometimes people just don't answer.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Hey, how's it going, ma'am? I just was coming over here. I know this is kind of random, but we were just in the neighborhood. We were helping Jordan, you know, clean and scrub down his windows. And so if you wanted, I'm doing a special discount for women with white shirt and blue pants. So what I can do is I can go around, count the windows, and just get you a quick price if that's cool.
Yeah, no, that would be great, actually.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, for like to do the screens in the windows.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Okay, I'll go around, get a quick quote, and then yeah, I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
Okay, thank you. But I might need your help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, how's it going? Yeah, so I just went around and counted. It seemed like I counted 53. So that would normally be 529. But since we're here in the neighborhood, I'm gonna bring that down because we don't have any transportation fees, all the way down to 429. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shake on it.
Done.
Sound good? We can do it right now if that's cool with you.
That's
And like,
totally fine.
we'll f***ing go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
$429. This job's gonna be about an hour. This is fucking real. You can go to people's houses and just this is a 10K a month salary with literally just knocking on someone's door. That's fucking crazy. 1 for 3, let's get it. Okay, so now we're cleaning the windows. This is, I guess, the annoying part of the job, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying, but it's also like considering like a landscaping job.
If you just hire someone else to do this once you make the sale, what does the actual profit for you look like on that? This house was $429, right? How much would I actually make for just making that sale if I could just pay the employees to do it?
This house probably will take about an hour and a half, so let's just round to 2. And we probably have either a team of 2 on this. So it'd probably be about $100 or $80 in labor, in that range, depending on how long it takes, stuff like that. So we'd be looking at about $350 in profit for us for a 5-minute sale.
Okay.
But while they were cleaning, I was determined to make more sales. So I went out there to do a little bit more knocking and see exactly how many more sales I could get.
Well, we're doing a big discount since we're in the neighborhood and we'll take off the transportation fee. I could just get you a price if that's cool.
That's okay.
No? Okay, thank you so much. Sometimes you get rejected, guys. That's the way it goes. I'm 1 for 4 in the day. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going, ma'am? I know this is super random. We were actually just in the neighborhood. We were a couple houses down, just talking to Jordan. We're actually just going around and wiping down all the windows, getting off the frames, windows, and sills. So if you wanted, I could just, since we're in the neighborhood, we're taking off a discount because we don't have to transport anything. We're already here.
Okay.
So I could just go around, get you a quick quote, and let you know what that would be.
That'd be great.
Okay, awesome. Yo, we just did it. We got the quote. So let's see if I can sell this house for sure. I just need to figure out how much we actually should quote this for. Hey, how's it going? So you have a lot of windows, ma'am. So we went around and counted. It was about 65 windows. So what we'd do is we'd scrub down all the windows, frames, and sills. And also we'd take out all the screens, wash those down so they're nice and clean. And so normally that would be $800. But we really, really like giving discounts since we're here and to women with white clothing on. So that price is gonna come all the way down, watch the hand, to $675.
You know what?
Okay, sounds good. Okay, boys, I know we didn't have the best footage there, but closer of the century. I mean, what can I say? But think about it for a second. I knocked on probably 10 houses today. Half of them didn't answer, so there was no even fear of rejection there. No one even picked up. So 5 people actually answered the door. 3 of them politely declined, so that leaves us with 2. The first one I sold was for $429, and the one I just sold, the footage that you guys just watched, $675. Okay, so probably an hour of moving around total. I made $1,000. Now, once we have the employees set up, we'd be paying them around $20 an hour. There would be 2 of them per house. So per house like that, it would be around $80 to $150 to fulfill the cost of that service, which would mean that literally for me just going to those houses, knocking on a couple strangers' doors, dealing with only 3 rejections, I would have been able to make in an hour probably like $800 in profit. Absolutely insane. And I just want you to compare this to a job for a second, right? A job might pay you $15 an hour and you have to work all day. In this case, I would have profited $800 in an hour of work. And the only difference between me and that person working a job is that I'm okay with someone opening the door and a stranger telling me, no, I don't want this.
Okay.
So yeah, this is absolutely insane. It gave me a whole new perspective on making money. This is actually possible. I'm not like a professional or a distinguished person. I literally just went in the street, knocked on a couple strangers' doors, asked them if they wanted their windows cleaned, and some said yes, and made $1,000. So that's crazy.
And to be honest, we were all pretty hungry after this, so we had to go to none other than Chipotle. Anyways.
All right, good morning. We're back cleaning the first house. While they're cleaning, I'm gonna be going to some other houses and seeing if I can make some sales and line up some appointments for the following days. So let's see how this goes. How's it going, ma'am? We're helping clean down all the windows.
No.
Howdy, I know this is super random.
No.
Hi, ma'am, how's it going?
No.
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 No. No. No.
Okay, so we're back. I did a ton of knocks right there, and I did not get the best results, I'm not gonna lie. So yesterday, as you guys know, I was able to make $1,000 in sales in like 10 door knocks or something like that. Today, I pretty much knocked on like 25 doors while the other guys were cleaning. And out of all of that, I was able to get 2 maybes. I didn't even get a single yes from like 25 knocks, which took me around an hour. Obviously, you guys just saw the montage, so you saw in almost all of the cases, I just got flat out rejected by people, and in actually the majority of the cases, I just got no answer. But I did end up with 2 maybes. In both of these cases, the people who answered the door weren't the homeowners, so I was able to just leave the information. And then when the homeowners come home, maybe they'll look at the price and say, okay, this seems worth it to me. So not gonna lie, that was absolutely brutal, but this is giving me another perspective on sales, because yesterday it was pretty much all smooth sailing, but today you'll have days where you go door to door to door to door and make literally no sales after like an hour. And so if your income is really dependent on making these sales, I can see why people would want a more stable job, which brings us to our next point. Because while Elias and Lucas and me actually like to take on this risk. There's other people that want to watch these windows but don't want the risk themselves and just want to be paid hourly. So let's go see their perspective. Okay, we're here with
Matthias.
Okay, and why'd you decide to clean windows for these fine people?
Well, mostly just because of the consistent pay and help out other people. At my other job, it was kind of based on tips and stuff like that, so kind of for the consistent pay.
How much do you make now?
It varies. I make minimum wage per hour, then plus tips, it's anywhere from 13. I've gotten up to 25, but normally around like 17 an hour.
Okay, and then what is the window gonna pay?
It's gonna pay 20 an hour.
Okay, so it's more stable, you're getting that secure income, and it's not relying on tips, and it's more, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the whole idea.
Okay, we're back. Long day of work, right? And so that's pretty much all the time I'm going to spend window cleaning. I wanted to tally up the totals and go over how much you can actually make from this side hustle and whether or not it's worth it. So over the course of 2 days, I was knocking on doors for 2 hours. This was a total of 35 door knocks where only 10 people opened their door. I got 6 no's, 2 maybes, and 2 yeses. From those 2 yeses, I was able to sell one job for $429 and another job for $675. So in total, I made $1,104 in sales. Now, I didn't do any of the actual window cleaning myself, so if I was just getting paid based on commission for getting these sales for the company, I would have made 25% commission, which would have equated to $276, which basically equates to $138 an hour. And this is me just going door to door with no experience, no understanding exactly of how this works, just showing how much money you can make with this, which is kind of crazy. Overall, though, I have to say there were some ups and downs, and definitely this is not a stable source of income. I can see why that kid wanted to get paid the $20 an hour, because even today when I went out, I got 0 yeses after knocking on like 25 doors. So the reality is stuff like that can happen. And even though you can make money doing this, it's not necessarily stable. But Elias, what do you think? Is this a good way for people to make money, just going door to door and trying to sell window cleaning?
The main purpose of door knocking and door-to-door sales is to fill excess spots in our day that we want to keep our team busy. The main generation of leads is going to be through online ads, through getting good positive reviews online and word of mouth, which people will then call us and will come get a quote, right? That's our goal to scale, and it's not, like you said, it's not sustainable to scale just by doing door knocking. Our growth and scale is going to happen through online ads and word of mouth.
And if you appreciate this video, I'll leave the link to their company's Instagram in the description, Window Wizards on Instagram and on Yelp. Go leave them a 5-star review. It helps them out and it helps make these videos awesome.
Yeah, it was great to have you with us today, Bennett. I think you picked it up really quickly. I mean, I think you just have a knack for sales.
And I can't wait to see where it is in a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, how much this is going to be making. So we'll make a video checking back in eventually. So yeah.
Thanks, Bennett.
Peace.